Hey guys, this is D'Angelo, aka Do Not 1999. I hope you are having a great day so far. Today's video is something I need to share with you. A certain topic I feel I need to talk about and have been thinking about for some time now. Today's question of this video is, are you too old to watch cartoons? To answer this question for myself, no. I don't think anyone can be too old to watch cartoons. That's blasphemous, and you have to have low down syndrome or just too cranky to actually think otherwise. Apparently there are some people who thinks that adults should not watch cartoons anymore because of being older and expecting to be more mature, and obviously listen to society. There is nothing wrong with adults watching cartoons. Cartoons is for everybody, not just kids. And I'm sure some will say it is otherwise, which I believe is ridiculous. Who are the ones who create the cartoons? Adults. Who makes the comic books? Adults. Little kids are not going to create them because they don't know what they are doing. The same with teenagers, although even though they're older, they probably have a little cartooning skills at that time, but at the end of the day, it's not like they got a job as an animator or a degree in animation. Plus, doesn't it make sense for animators to watch cartoons? I mean, it's in the name, cartoonists. Cartoonists who are adults who watch and create cartoons. So, whether it's from television or movies. So that definitely shouldn't be a problem with it, especially for up-and-coming and future animators. I remember what Ben the Looney said towards the end of his Sanjay and Craig rant. There's nothing wrong with a 20-year-old man, which is him, who watches cartoons. I don't believe it's wrong for a 22-year-old man like me who still watches cartoons. Everybody watches cartoons. I don't care what anybody says. I believe everybody watches cartoons. Ben, me, regular Josh 1, and anybody else on YouTube or just in the whole wide world, period. And you know what? Shout outs to Ben. We should take our hats off and give him the credit and props to this man right here. I mean, he knows what he wants to be. Get him, Ben. And we all know Ben doesn't get down with Family Guy. I mean, I like Family Guy, but I'm not going to get all butthurt about it just because he doesn't like Family Guy. Obviously, he just doesn't get down with Seth MacFarlane's work. I'm guessing MacFarlane's work is not his taste. And I'm sure Ben thinks that Seth MacFarlane seems like a nice guy in real life, but the guy just doesn't get down with his work, obviously. And he also doesn't care for Duck Dynasty. I've never seen Duck Dynasty, but he just doesn't care about that reality show. And we all know he doesn't care for sports, except maybe basketball. And also, Friday I saw that Ben made a Ben Salutes Adventure Time and Regular Show video. I enjoyed that video. I was actually excited that he changed his mind, and now that he likes Adventure Time and Regular Show. That's great. And I was like, oh, yay. Oh, Ben's seen the light. Yeah, so that's great that he likes Adventure Time and Regular Show. And he also likes Gumball. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. I wonder if he'll change his mind about the Looney Tunes show. I'm kidding. He's not going to change his mind about the Looney Tunes show. Anyways, I'm sure there are some people out there, someone like friends, maybe family members like brothers, sisters, maybe even your parents, who probably think you should just watch adult stuff. Let's say someone named Jeremy who's in his 20s and still enjoys cartoons. He has a brother named Jonathan who thinks otherwise and sees Jeremy watching cartoons. Jonathan will probably be like, dude, how old are you? You're a grown man. Watch some adult stuff. Oh my God, leave me alone. Why can't you just let me enjoy what I love? Okay, dude, I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me. You probably have parents who think the same way about it as well. My father, at times, whenever he sees me watching cartoons, he'll say something like, "You almost 25, you still watch cartoons?" Or "You should watch some adult stuff." It's like, really? I know he's just playing. My father, apparently growing up, played around, but sometimes, whether he realizes it or not, he tends to play around too much that really isn't necessary. I mean, I love my father, but geez, it's just like, let me enjoy my cartoons in peace. Good grief. And also, my dad grew up watching Hanna-Barbera and Looney Tunes cartoons. The only time he catches up on his classics is when he's on vacation for a week, or he takes 2 days off, during the week from work. Basically, when there's nothing on, especially during the summertime, he'll turn on to Boomerang to see what's on. And I also believe that there are adults who say that other adults should not watch cartoons. They probably secretly still watch it. They just don't want anyone to know, probably because of embarrassment or something. I smell something cooking in the kitchen, and it ain't bacon. I smell hypocrite. I think that's very hypocritical for someone to say that, but you still enjoy cartoons. No. Own up to it. Don't just sit there and just pretend everything's all willy-nilly and act like, "Oh, no, I don't watch cartoons. I don't know what you're talking about." Look, if you still enjoy it, then just say it. Let it out and embrace it. Don't bottle it up and pretend and act all cool like you don't. Oh, my goodness. I'm sure there are a lot of adults who grew up on Hanna-Barbera cartoons and Looney Tunes shows, Looney Tunes cartoons to this day, who still enjoy them because they're classics. And there are a lot of adults that I've heard watch, SpongeBob. And I'm sure there are a lot of adults to this day that grew up on 90s, 80s cartoons, etc., or who just love cartoons, period. They watch cartoons to this day in their adulthood. So it's like, what's the big freaking deal? Maybe a few little kids think adults are too old for it as well, which I think is ridiculous if they do. Why can't we, as wonderful human beings, just enjoy life watching cartoons we grew up with? That is our life, our childhood, something that's special to us in peace without society or what others think about it. When are we, as wonderful human beings, are going to learn to not listen to society? Screw society. When you hear this kind of stuff, it's like, what's the point of enjoying life in the first place? We should be able to embrace it. Even if this is a certain action figure, or a Barbie doll, I guess, you hold on to because it's from your childhood. It's not like you are playing with it. You keep that for a reason, because of memories. It was part of your childhood. You're treasuring it. That's something that you hold on to. The same with people who collect My Little Pony Friendship is Magic toys, or anybody who loves watching My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, period. Now I see how bronies and Pegasus sisters go through based on people judging them on what they wear, the outfits and the brony shirts and stuff. I have a Rugrats puzzle of Chucky that I put together when little. My mom framed it and put it on the wall, and still there to this day, because it's something that I treasure, and it was just part of my childhood. Memories of putting the Chucky puzzle together. Now, at times my father has said something about it. It's like, good grief. It feels like every adult should be like every other adult that shouldn't watch cartoons. It's like, what's wrong with being different? Being different is cool. So what's wrong being different, and why should we be the same like every other adult who doesn't watch cartoons? Some adults probably don't watch cartoons anymore, maybe because they grew out of it. It's like, how? You can never grow out of it. Just because you're an adult doesn't mean you have to grow out of it. So what if there are some adults who only watches cartoons? It's what others like. And maybe the reason why some adults grow out of cartoons, maybe it's because of the majority of today's cartoons aren't as good as they used to be back in the day. And I get that, but there are actually some good variety of good shows out there. sadly, you're just going to have to just look hard for them. Just like with today's music and stuff. Or like when you go to the library and you want to look for a certain book, you have to go to your local library and look real hard and search for that book that you really are interested in reading. Something like that as an example. You know, we shouldn't have to just search real hard. It should like be right in our faces. Screw that. Plus, I'd rather watch cartoons over any of a lot of reality shows that are nothing but junk and full of mediocrity these days that television offer us in America. I mean, who the hell wants to spend their 24/7 time watching Honey Boo Boo, Snooki and JWoww, The Bachelor, The Bachelorette? Why is there so many spin-offs from reality shows as well? Bridezilla, what kind of crap is this? What is this crap? You know, come on. And speaking of Honey Boo Boo, I've pretty much can tell that she's gotten a little chubbier, especially around the cheeks, and her, especially in this picture, her stomach is a little round and cute. And I told you, I'm just worried about Alana's health. It's weird because Boo Boo, she runs around playing outside all willy-nilly, and she goes outside and she's getting her running on, but she still is a little chubby. You would figure that, you know, she would be, you know, skinnier by now, but thanks to Mama June, she's still feeding her that unhealthy crap. Which you serving unhealthy crap, and even though Alana's still getting some exercise, it's still not going to cut it. I remember someone asking me, why are you worried about Alana's health? Because of this crap. All I'm saying is that I just don't want Honey Boo Boo to get any bigger. Because if she gets any big, I just don't want her to get any bigger towards the fact that she can't walk. I don't want her to be obese. She can be a little bit chubby, but I can just tell she's in this picture. She's getting a little big. All I'm saying is, Mama June need to step back for all that unhealthy food and just serve, you know, some healthy foods, please. It's not going to hurt. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, this has been my video. Are you too old to watch cartoons? If you are an adult, just like me, who still enjoys watching cartoons, good for you. And if you happen to have something that you cherish since your childhood, hey, continue cherishing it. You don't have to just throw it away or get rid of it just because of what others think. But tell me what you think. Do you think adults are too old to be watching cartoons? Do you believe that cartoons are for everybody? Is there actually some little kids who actually think it's okay for adults to watch cartoons and understand what adults come from when they still watch cartoons to this day? I like to know everything. And you could also tell me if you know any friends or family members like your parents or brothers and sisters who may have think that you're too old to be watching cartoons. You can share that. I'd like to hear it because I don't want to feel like I'm the only one. I'm sure I'm not the only one that goes through this kind of stuff. And if you happen to have, you know, some brothers or sisters or friends or whatever, you know, who thinks that you're too old to watch cartoons, you might as well just ignore it. You know, you can be like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. They're probably just cranky or something or trying to be too hip. And if you have parents that probably think that you're too old to be watching cartoons, you can like pretend to, you know, actually be laughing like a historical laugh. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, right. Yeah, sure. Okay. You should not listen to what society says this and that, or society says don't do this, don't do that. You know what? Screw society, and they can kiss all of our behinds. And for the people who think that other adults are too old to be watching cartoons, Don't do that. It's not good to judge them about them watching cartoons. People have feelings, you know. It's like, who are you? Please stop saying that. You're being ridiculous. And stop pissing people off. Can we please just enjoy our lives? Anyways, that's all I have to say. Bye.